Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the sling bag from Monarch. We recently took a look at the company's duffel backpack travel pack, which was a really impressive and versatile bag. I definitely like the functionality that one offered. I'll include a link in the description below to the in-depth video if you want to check it out. In that video, I gave a brief preview of this bag as I used it as my packable bag inside of the larger bag. But on its own, this is still a really capable EDC solution. In general, I'm a fan of larger sling bags like this that can handle a smaller laptop, so I was excited to dive in. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience using it over the past couple of weeks, show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, the appearance is a pretty interesting mixture of modern and techie stylings with a little bit of a tactical vibe. You got some webbing on the front, so it's got a functional appearance, but it's still sleek enough that it's going to work well in a variety of environments. Feels like it's going to be great for walking around the city or traveling. As far as the materials, the bag feels very solidly built. Like Monarch's travel bag, the exterior fabric is made out of recycled plastic water bottles. Feels like it's going to hold up pretty well to rougher usage and offer a decent amount of weather resistance. I don't believe the zippers on these are YKK, but they do have a nice covering that feels like it's going to provide a little bit of additional weather resistance, and they've worked very smoothly and reliably so far. Continuing along the exterior, no water bottle pockets on this one. On the front, you have a couple of rows of webbing that are going to be great for attaching additional accessories with a carabiner. So this is where I might typically attach something like a hand sanitizer with a clip here or my hero clip. Both of these fit pretty easily and comfortably. It's also going to be compatible with a variety of third-party MOLLE pouches. And then on the bottom, you have a little loop that's going to be a great spot for a bike light. Moving into the capacity, the sling bag comes in at about 10 liters, which is a little bit on the larger end as far as sling bags go, but that's great as it gives you a little bit more capacity for your everyday essentials without having something as bulky and large as a full-size backpack. So it strikes a good balance, and I like that even when it's a little bit more packed out, it still maintains a really sleek and slim profile, making it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying onto any domestic or international airline. Taking a look at the strap and the back paneling, this has definitely been one of the more comfortable sling bags that I've had a chance to test out. I really like how the strap has been implemented here. It has plenty of padding, it's really soft, comfortable right out of the box. On the inside, it has this breathable mesh to help prevent moisture from building up. The strap also has a nice width to help prevent it from digging into you while you're wearing it. You do also have the ability to adjust the orientation on the strap depending on which shoulder you want to wear it on. One thing to keep in mind with that is if you switch it from kind of the default configuration, you might not have as easy access to all the pockets. So that's something that you have to keep in mind, but I do like that you at least have the ability to swap that out if you prefer. On this strap, you also have this magnetic strap that's connected at the top, and this will allow you to connect to these little ports on the side to provide a more secure hold for a sling bag. I know some of them include this to keep the pack a little bit more stabilized. If you're riding your bike or running around, this kind of helps hold it in place. And so that will work regardless of which side you have the strap on. And you know, it's great. With magnets, it's just very easy to get that on. Feels secure. You can slide it down to release it, and then you can either fully remove that strap, or if you want to just always have it with you, it just kind of docks right into the strap itself. Here you also have a couple of additional webbing attachment points, so if you want to clip on things with a carabiner or a light or something like that, you'll have the ability to do so. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable, just some really great padding that's well distributed all throughout the back. It has a nice breathable mesh and a lot of elevation to create these air channels and provide you with plenty of airflow while you're running around throughout the day. Here on the back, you also have an additional zippered pocket that actually houses a couple of straps that you can pull out and then wrap across the front of the sling bag to give you just some additional functionality and attachment points if you're carrying a tripod or maybe a smaller jacket or something that just doesn't fit on the inside. Great to have these here to just give you a little bit more flexibility. Jumping into the organizational options, the sling bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. I like the orientation of these compartments as you can also swing the bag around and grab something without taking it all the way off. So starting off on the front, you have a zippered quick access pocket with that vertical orientation. Good amount of space in these pockets, I was impressed with the distribution of the volume. So even on this front one, it's not super flat or tight. You do have the ability to store some bulkier items. At the moment, what I have here is my sunglasses with their hard shell case. This is one of the larger cases that I have. It was able to fit in there very easily. I have my AirPods. I have a lightning cable with a wall adapter so that I could charge my phone. Inside, you also have a zippered mesh compartment that's going to help keep just smaller items a little bit easier to find. In this compartment at the moment, I have a backup pair of wired headphones, and then I also have a portable battery. And the last thing I'll call out in here is that the bag includes this removable kind of keychain loop. It's got this Hypalon strap here with a magnetic end, so you can actually remove it, kind of docks into place, similar to what we've seen on some of Boundary Supply's products. Always a big fan of this system, as I can attach my keys or multi-tool, something I'm grabbing regularly, easily slide this up and access, my door or whatever, and then you can put it back in. Very smooth process. Great to see that included. Behind that, you have a larger admin compartment with more organization, or I guess you could call this the kind of primary storage compartment. You have a good amount of volume here, so even for something a little bit larger like a pouch, currently I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch in there, fit in there very easily. There was still some leftover capacity. I also have my GoPro resting down near the bottom, and even with those items in there was still plenty of leftover space. And then on the back you have just some built-in organization, so a couple of pen slots here. I just have a simple pen, as well as a larger one that's going to be great for a flashlight or a multi-tool. Behind that you have slip pocket, great for something like a mouse. And then you have a zippered compartment that is RFID protected. So this is great to see, particularly if you're traveling. If you have something a little more sensitive, this will give you some peace of mind. Currently I just have my Air card holder in there. And then behind that, there is a larger zippered compartment. There's a lot of organization here, so you kind of have to think through how you want to store everything. I had more pockets than I knew what to do with. In this one, I just have a Field Notes notebook, but great spot for flatter accessories, cables, dongles. And then on the back, you have one more larger slip pocket, probably a good spot to put a larger notebook, an additional tablet. This isn't padded, but just a nice place to kind of keep things out separately. So great amount of space and organization there. And then on the back, you have a dedicated laptop and tablet sleeve, which is really nice. That's something that's not that common in many sling bags. So that's the benefit you get of something a little bit larger. And in this compartment, you have a specific sleeve for your tablet. It's a little bit on the thinner side, more of a slip pocket, but great to just have a place that you can rest your tablet. I have my iPad mini here. This could probably hold a slightly larger tablet, but might start to feel a little bit tight. And then you have the laptop sleeve, which is thicker than the sleeve for the tablet. So great to see that has a little bit more protection. This should be able to hold up to a 14-inch laptop, I believe. I currently have a 13-inch MacBook Air. I think a 15-inch laptop would start to get a little too big. You have this Velcro strap here to help secure your device. And then pulling my device out. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. You have this nice soft lining on the front to help preventing it scratching. The back also has a good amount of padding. On the bottom, it's not quite pulled up. There's like a slight gap, but I imagine if you place this down, your device isn't necessarily pulled up a ton, but there is some padding on the bottom as well. So regardless, it feels like your laptop is going to be well protected. Comes up a decent amount, but I feel like if you have your tablet in there and the rest of the bag is full, you probably don't want to use this to store anything super bulky. Regardless, if you have a slimmer laptop that works for that size, it feels like it's going to be well protected in this area. And in general, I just really like the design and layout throughout the sling bag. Very versatile, functional, really well thought out. And if you're looking for a larger sling that's going to prioritize comfort and that can handle a laptop, it's going to be one of the best options to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a pretty great experience testing out the sling bag from Monarch over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on the company site for about $110, which to me feels like a pretty reasonable price considering the features and the build quality that it has to offer. And it's also going to compare well to other similar sling bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first sling that this made me think of is the Alpaca Bravo Sling Max, which is another one of the larger sling bags that I've used the past couple of years. That one was recently updated. I haven't had a chance to check out the newer edition, but That one has always impressed me with just how much functionality it offers for a sling bag. It's able to hold a laptop, a tablet. It's got a nice organizational layout. It's got a little bit more of a professional aesthetic. It's a little bit sleeker and more urban, not quite as tactical looking as this one, but still really high quality. And if you're looking for a spacious sling bag that's gonna be able to handle a laptop with a cleaner aesthetic, and that's gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the Air Pro briefcase that was released recently. As a briefcase, it's a little bit different than a sling bag per se, but I think it's a great alternative to something like a sling because you can still wear it around your shoulders, you can sling it, you can carry it like a briefcase. It's gonna be a little bit more professional looking. It also is gonna just offer a little bit of a different form factor, which I think works quite well. It's got a simple organizational layout, but it can still hold all of my essentials, a well-padded laptop area. That one will be able to hold a larger device as well. Air, of course, has other awesome slings that might be worth checking out. Their Travel Sling 2 in particular reminds me of this one as it is able to handle a laptop as well. Very comfortable, one of my favorite sling bags of the past couple of years. But if you're looking for something just a little bit more modern, newer, and that might have just some additional flexibility for going into an office setting, then the Pro briefcase is going to be a great option to take a look at. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Bellroy Venture Sling, which I've really enjoyed using as of late. That's offered in a couple of different sizes. I've used the 6-liter edition, which is going to be a little bit smaller than this, so it won't be able to handle a laptop, but still a good place to hold a smaller tablet and all the other essentials that I need. They do have a 9-liter Venture Sling, which might be able to handle a larger tablet or a slightly smaller laptop. I haven't used it, but it's nice that you have that flexibility of the sizes with the aesthetic that the Venture does so well. I'm a big fan of the minimal, but still kind of rugged look that it has. It doesn't have all the same bells and whistles as this one. It's a simpler layout, but still just really solidly built. I love the strap on that one. It's not that padded, but it's just really flexible, secure. And it's, in my opinion, a little bit truer to what a sling bag, I guess, is meant to be. This one is almost a backpack replacement, which I personally like. But for people who are looking for a lighter weight solution and are not planning to carry as much stuff, if you want something that's got a nice blend of rugged and minimal, and that's gonna offer just a very functional layout, then that's gonna be a great option to take a look at. With that being said, the Monarc Sling Bag holds up really well against all those options, and if you're looking for a very functional and comfortable sling bag that's going to offer a nice amount of space, organization, and that can handle a smaller laptop, then this can be one of the best options that you can check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the sling bag and how it compares to some of the other popular EDC slings that are currently on the market. If there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company for sending the sling bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.